In this video, I want to talk about loadout, skills, and drones. Ironsight also gives you a reward if you log in every day, so don't forget to do that. Also, claim your free gifts that you have every 20 minutes, 3 times every day, and 1 in 48 hours, and that's related to chip bugs. So right now we are on equipment page, and as you can see, you have 3 loadouts on your left side. 3 slots are by default, and I think it's perfectly enough, but if you want more, you can click on the plus sign and you can buy extra slot for 50 chips. Primary weapon is your best friend and you have a wide selection to choose from. If you're new to the game, you will have unlocked K2C, which is pretty decent weapon, but of course, when you will grow and you will get more money, you can buy more guns, and I definitely recommend to try different ones as well. Right now on your screen you can see M5i, that's a new gun from a new battle pass, and if you will play you will unlock it for free. As a secondary gun I usually have a shotgun, and it comes to clutch if you don't have a time to reload and of course if you're close range. But it's definitely up to you. If you prefer pistol, go for it, or maybe you're a crossbow dude. Next to your primary weapon there are 3 slots for weapon attachments. There is a wide range that you can put on your weapon, but for a first slot I usually have a sight, for the second one a reticle, and the third one I usually have silencer if I have it unlocked for the weapon. The empty area under my sight is for weapon charms. I don't usually use them, so it's empty for me, but you can equip the weapon charm as well. The last slot is for bullets that you prefer, and I'm gonna explain them right now. There are 4 different types of bullets. You have to buy them and extend them before your next session of Ironsight if you want to use it, so don't forget to do that. I use soft point bullet, which is basically slowing down your enemy when you hit them. I think that's very useful and I prefer this one. Then we have armor piercing bullet, which increases damage if you hit your enemies. EMP bullet that increases damage to drones, and we will talk about them in a second. And the last but not least, magnum bullet, which increases headshot damage. Back to the screen with equipment and choose the melee weapon. Choose which one you prefer because melee is always insta death. So it doesn't matter which one you wanna use. Slot for lethals. I play with explosive knife. Every single lethal weapon, as you can see here, except a frag grenade, you have to rebuy, so don't forget to do that before your session of Ironsight. Explosive knife sticks to your targets, so if you have a good aim, they don't have a way how to escape and you always have a kill. I would say this one is the most common used lethal weapon. If you play with sniper rifles, these 2 lethals could be useful for you. If you're camping on your position, you can lay this spring mine close to you and it explodes when someone steps on it. Claymore is quite similar. You can place it in narrow passages or entrances into the buildings and it detonates if your enemy crosses it. They are both destroyable, so don't rely on them too much because your enemy can shoot them. Let's talk about tactical slot. I use the syringe, which restores your health for 50%, and you can use it every 15 seconds. Again, I would say this is the most common pick, but people also use flash grenades. I don't think I have to explain what this does. And as you can see, again, there's a variety of different grenades that you can use. So it's totally up to you what you prefer, but I'm telling you, I think that syringe is the most commonly used and I would not exchange it. But let's move on to skills. In a first slot, I use Nimble Hands. I got recommended this one because you are throwing your explosives faster and you are also healing faster with the syringes. If you are like me and if you are reloading your weapon after every single bullet that you fire, then you can use also quick reload because that could be essential. Except of those 2, there's also quick aim, balance and quick switch, and you just have to test whatever works for you. Let's look what we have in a second slot. I'm using double time, which increases the ADS movement by 50%, but again, you have to test what works for you. Maybe you will prefer something else. Feather steps are super useful if you're close combating and trying to melee someone. Then you will be like me and saying, I have no sound. And we're getting to the third slot of your skill, and as you can see, I have equipped long ears. It should help you to hear steps louder. And same with like other skills, I recommend you to test all of those which works for you. I can also recommend the drone's friend and quick recovery. Especially if you're starting with Ironsight, drone's friend could be really handy. We will talk about drones as a next topic. So except of your aim and your weapons, we have these little helpers. We have 2 different types of drones. One is offensive, one is tactical. No matter if you have equipped tactical drone or offensive drone, you have 3 different drones on your right side of the screen. How to decide which drone to equip is determined by the way how you play the game. If you are a beginner in the game, I would recommend you to start with tactical drones. For example, this spy drone reveals your enemies on your minimap. I do want to describe every single drone in here, so if you are interested in them, you can have a closer look in the game, but we will talk about the most annoying ones. UAV jammer could be really annoying because it blurs your minimap, and I really hate it because I look there every single time because when I hear footsteps, I want to see if it's my ally or enemy. I don't see Gorgon system that often in the game, but that could be super annoying because it has a laser and it literally blinds you. LAWS destroys your offensive drone, so if your enemy has that deployed, you are usually screwed. And oh boy, if you will have a notification on your screen that Zeus just arrived with your enemy team, go hide inside of the building. Don't stand outside, please. Don't do it. Every single time when I play with my friend Skip, if he has this equipped, I know that he's gonna be in a highlight. Another super annoying thing in the game is Hydra. It's a turret, so if you get in a line of sight of this, you barely escape it. So if you see it, shoot it from distance and don't get to the line of sight of this turret. That's another useful information for you. All drones are destroyable, and if you can safely get close to them, that works especially for LAWS and Gorgon system, you can destroy them with your melee. I personally use offensive drones in the game, and we can have a closer look at them right now. First one is a crawler. It's a walking explosive, and when you throw it, it goes in a direct line. Be careful when you are using it because it can come back to you and kills you. You can also see Firefly in the game, and that explodes next to you as well. It's navigated, so watch out. Again, you can choose from variety of the drones that you're gonna use. Offensive ones have less than tactical ones, but I'm gonna tell you which one to be aware of. Blade drone is the one that I use, and if you're using it, you are in a drone view, so you can't do anything at that moment in the game and you're vulnerable. The only way how to escape the blade drone is to get into the cover, so if you will hear it, go inside of the building. Escort drone is another one that I use, and it flies around you and follows you on the map and shoots your enemies. Another super toxic drone is Halberd, so if your enemy is using it, get inside of the building that you're not getting shot. When you start a new game, you don't have any of your drones equipped and ready to fight because you need to achieve some amount of the points. During the match, you can see that the number of points needed for the drone decreases as you play. If you kill your enemy or assist to someone, it goes down even more. Well, that's it for today's video. Now go watch my montage from Apex Legends that I play a lot, and I hope that I will see you next time, guys.